This is the biggest thing Ari Emanuel and Vince McMahon have ever done.
Yeah.
World Wrestling Federation and Ultimate Fighting Championship have announced a merger that will create the largest sports entertainment giant yet.
This kind of stuff I usually just, you know, I'm just going to keep doing what I do, and we're going to do what we do at the UFC. And listen, at the end of the day, this is like one of the biggest mergers in the history of sports.
Over the past year, Ari Emanuel, the prominent Hollywood super agent, has been grappling with the perception that Wall Street has undervalued his company's shares.
When I bought IMG, everybody said I overpaid. It was actually one of the cheapest deals in sports.
Despite his efforts to persuade investors, the 62-year-old CEO decided to leverage his expertise in pursuing significant deals. Emanuel, renowned for building Endeavor through a multitude of acquisitions, recently reached an agreement to acquire WWE. This strategic move is seen as an opportunity to fully realize the inherent value of UFC. It is believed that within the confines of Endeavor, UFC's worth is not being adequately acknowledged by the financial markets. The merger between UFC and WWE marks another milestone in Ari Emanuel's transformation from a Hollywood agent into a media mogul. In addition to his leadership role at Endeavor, Emanuel is set to assume the position of CEO for the newly formed fight company, which will be traded under the stock symbol TKO. This new responsibility entails overseeing the largest mixed martial arts league and the world's most popular wrestling league, all at a time when live entertainment is experiencing unprecedented value and demand.
We weren't getting the pure value. I don't think the WWE was getting the pure value. Combined, it's rarefied air.
In April of this year, the historic merger between WWE and UFC was announced, a milestone that has now been successfully realized with the birth of TKO. Endeavor, the parent company of UFC, secured a controlling 51% stake in the newly formed entity, while existing WWE shareholders retained the remaining 49%. Leading the charge at TKO is Ari Emanuel, formerly the CEO of Endeavor, who now serves as CEO of this groundbreaking venture. Meanwhile, Vince McMahon retains his role as executive chairman, Dana White steps into the role of UFC CEO, and Nick Khan continues as WWE's president. Mark Shapiro, representing Endeavor, takes on the pivotal role of president and chief operating officer at TKO.
I'm excited about the future and what we're going to do. And I always am, regardless. But after this merger, I mean, we're so much more powerful than we were yesterday.
You take nothing's ever happened like this before. And again, I'm always looking what's best for our stockholders, what's best for the company. This is the best thing that's happened in a long, long time.
Dave Meltzer provided an in-depth account of the inclusion of a non-compete clause in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter. According to Meltzer's report, this clause specifies that in the event that Endeavor sells TKO Group Holdings, they are restricted from re-entering the MMA or professional wrestling business for a period of 5 years. This condition draws parallels to previous instances in the wrestling and MMA industries. As Emanuel noted, with the UFC already going through budget cuts and mass layoffs in 2016 after Endeavor acquired them, most of these new layoffs after TKO's formation are from the WWE side of things. These departures include 1. Jamie Horowitz, who had been serving as the Executive Vice President of Development and Digital since June 2021. 2. Catherine Newman, who held the position of WWE's Executive VP and Head of Marketing. 3. Amanda Bloom, who served as WWE's Director of Enterprise Master Data and Governance for 7 years. These departures signal the beginning of what is expected to be a series of changes and restructuring within WWE following its merger with UFC. Ari Emanuel, Vince McMahon, and Nick Khan all reportedly hosted a quick employee meeting at the new WWE headquarters to try and up the morale after the mass layoffs. PW Insider sources described it as a rah-rah gathering, where Emanuel, Khan, and McMahon all praised each other, the success of the merger into TKO and WWE as a whole.
We think we can extract from the business right now and grow the business with all of our levers, whether it be international sales, domestic, sponsorship, gambling, all the things that we do.
The merger between WWE and UFC appears to also have had ripple effects in the wrestling industry, and the most recent casualty seems to be AEW's Tony Khan. AEW's flagship show, Dynamite, faced the consequences of competing with the newly formed conglomerate. In recent months, the promotion has been grappling with declining fan attendance at some of their events, suggesting that the changes in the wrestling landscape, including the WWE-UFC merger, are having a noticeable impact on the wrestling industry's competitive dynamics. The world of advertising in sports entertainment, particularly in UFC and WWE, has undergone significant changes and could continue to evolve in the following ways. Increased advertising placements. Advertising in UFC has been a contentious issue over the years. Initially, fighters could assign sponsors to their shorts and walkout banners, but these opportunities eventually shifted to the UFC itself, which began to utilize canvas space for advertising, including fan-sponsored placements. Fans might expect to see a similar trend in WWE, with more advertising around the ring, and potentially on the canvas itself, similar to professional boxing. The ring canvas is valuable real estate, and WWE could explore opportunities for additional revenue through advertising. ESPN's role in television deal negotiations. As WWE's television rights deal approaches renewal, there is speculation about potential new partners. While ESPN might be considered a long shot, it should not be ruled out. Nick Khan, who has a close relationship with ESPN and Endeavor, which shares a strong connection with ESPN, could influence negotiations. ESPN has gradually embraced WWE content over the years, and it's possible that more WWE programming could find its way onto the network. Crossover placements. While fans can anticipate WWE and UFC stars participating in each other's events as competitors, WWE and UFC stars may make more guest appearances on the appropriate shows to interact with fans. Some of the dream matches that we think people will be looking forward to witness includes 1. Conor McGregor vs. Seth Rollins. 2. Roman Reigns vs. Jon Jones. 3. AJ Styles vs. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Ultimately, whether the merger is considered a good deal will depend on how well TKO Group Holdings can leverage the strengths of UFC and WWE while addressing the challenges and risks associated with the integration. It will also be influenced by the company's financial performance and its ability to deliver value to shareholders and fans. Let us know which match you'll want to see if crossover placements come into play in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe.